All right, guys. What am I talking about? Today we're going to create an object, animate it, and bring it into Bakin. However you pronounce that. Bakin, Bakin. Okay. Let's go straight into it. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is we are just going to animate a cube. Um, let's bring this down. Going to do all transforms, and let's give it. I'm going into edit mode. I'm going to duplicate it, Shift D, GZ to bring this up. I'm going to RZ, rotate it, and let's do another set. Press L to, or A to highlight everything. Shift D, GZ, bring it up. That should be fine. We'll animate that. So that's done. We have our object. Now let us make a bone, a skeleton. I'm going to do a single bone. Oh, this version of Blender doesn't have all my presets. Okay, it's fine. All right. Let's go to bone. Where is it? Viewport display in front, so we can see the bones. And from here, let's go into edit mode, and let's just grab it here and extrude it up. Extrude it up. Extrude it up. E Z up. And there you go. So we'll keep this simple. It should automatically weight paint. So we're just gonna click that, Control P, and then do with automatic weights. Now let's test it. Object, pose mode, grab a bone, R, yeah, R, yeah, R, there we go. So they're good to go. Now let's give this a texture. Um, we're not going to be too worried about unwrapping all this, since it's just an object and I'm showing you how to animate. So let's just hit U and then go to Smart UV project. Let's add an island margin, whatever you want to do. If you want to see it, even though it doesn't matter, but let's go in here, go to UV editor. There we go. That's fine. Whatever. It's fine for now. Okay. So let's go ahead and add a texture. Now, if you want separate parts of your model to have different colors, I'll show you how to set that up. And somebody told me how to pronounce that. Bakin. Bakin. I heard people get mad if you call it pork fried. So let's just call it let's just not call it. Okay. So we're gonna put it into the SGB 2.0. We're gonna go ahead and make materials. So all we got to do is we'll do this one, block 1. This will be this top one here. Do another one, material, block 2, and so on. Do this real quick. Block 3. And this is if you're not going to paint them, you're just going to put materials into the I guess you could always do this too if you have different materials on it. Okay, so for 1, we're going to press L to select this box. Go ahead and assign it. Box 2. Now select this. Wait. L. Assign it. Click off of it. Now select this one. L3. Assign it. Click off. And 4. Assign it. Done. Okay, so now we have these 4 materials set up for this. And we are done on this. Now let's animate it. So you pull this up and you're going to see your timeline. what you want to do is, I like to leave my timeline up. Just pull it up some, and then come down to the corner where you see the cross sign, crosshair. Pull it up, and then you want to switch over to oh, dope sheet, and then from the dope sheet, you click that and go to the action editor. Sorry, and then here's where you're going to make your animations. So if we do new here, you can name it here. Click there. We'll do idle. You want to save it, press this little shield, and now we click on this. Oh, let's go back to that. Okay. And then some people like to click this when they animate it, so that when they move it, I like to animate by hand, and then I'll show you. So that's selected, go to pose mode. And so idle mode, we're just going to make it kind of tilt this way. Wait, yeah, we'll have it start there. So I press I, location, rotation, scale. If you had this on, then all you would have to do is move it. And when you move, it records it and saves it. Okay, so then, sorry about that. And let's just animate all these. Select them all with A, location, rotation, scale. Now they all have now when you click them individually, they all have a keyframe. So now select them all. Now let's go back to doing what we were doing. 20. Let's move these back. This, that. And let's just that. Select them all, location, rotation, scale. So now we scrub through here and we just have this. Now I want it to come back to this, so I'm going to select all that. Shift D, move it over to 40. Let's first check. I forgot to check, but let's go over here, switch 24 to 60 frames per second. All right, and now let's see if we move this timeline to, let's just set it 40 just for this here. Let's play it. That's what you get. It's too fast for me, so I'm going to make this 80, and I'm going to select all this here. I'm going to pause it. We're going to move this over to where the 0 starts, because you want to keep this one here. Press S for scale. We're going to move this over to 80. Leave it there. Now let's play it again. There you go. Okay. So that's one. So we have our idle now. Okay. So that's saved already. We're going to create a new action, and we're going to call this one rotate, I guess. We'll just do rotate. And then we're going to delete all this. Oh, I guess, okay, there we go. So I'm going to press Alt R to clear the rotate. It's going to come back to the original pose. And then from here, we can start animating. So I'm going to do this. Select it all. Yeah, we won't worry about working smooth. I'm just trying to show you how this works. So let's do another location, rotation, scale, and everything. And then here we're going to move. Oh, we're going to grab these, bring them over here. Location, rotation, scale, and then here, I'm gonna bring it back here. Location, rotation, scale. There you go. So now we play it. It's not smooth, but you get the point. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and save this one. So we've got to rotate now. All right. So now let's do one more. Gonna go ahead and delete these. Well, let's create a new. Go ahead and delete these. Alt R, got them back. And this one is just going to do an arc. So select them all, location, rotation. Going to move these this way. Oops. R, Y. This. Select them all. And then just do the opposite. Oh, actually what you can do is if you select them all here, you can do select this, you do Control C to copy. We're going to move it to 40 and we do Control Shift V and it should do the opposite. So that should stay there. Yeah. And then here we're just going to do Shift D to duplicate that and then bring it back here. So now when we play it, there you go. So we're going to go ahead and save this one too. Oh, this one's going to be called Wave. Gonna save it. All right, so we've got idle, rotate, and wave. Now what we want to do, we want to export our animations in our character. Now what we want to do is we want to export our animations in our character. So we're going to go ahead and get out of pose mode. And we're going to, first of all, sorry, let's go back in pose mode. Let's clear this. So we're going to Alt rotate. Yeah. We're going to create a new one. Let's delete all this. We're not going to save that one, so it doesn't. Oh, there we go. Clear it out. Okay. Alt R. There we go. So now it shouldn't play anything. Great. Okay, so from here, what we want to do now that it's all done, we're going to go ahead and grab it, select it, just go to File, Export, FBX, and I'm going to save it as bones. Sorry, I'm going to save it as cubes. Make sure it's selected, 01, export it out. And now we go back, we go into here and we're going to go into resources and let's add our character. So I'm in here, motions, I'm going to add, let's look for it. It's going to be downloads, cubes, add all new. There you go. So, okay, so if you go to models, you'll see, should be down here. Yeah, same one. And you can see all the materials on the right side. We want to make this into a stamp. So let's go ahead and add the cubes. There they are. And now that they're there, oh, here they go. On the right side, we can click on the motion. Double click on that. And now we can add the cubes. Add that. And we should be able to click down here. You can see the different animations. And this is my fault because I animated the wrong thing on the idle, but you see the rotate works. the wave works. And what we can do over here now is go back into our motions, and over here on the right side, smooth this over. We can set the rotate to loop. We can set the wave to loop, and this shouldn't be here. This was one that I created that shouldn't have been there. All right, so I guess I'll get rid of the idle for now. Let's just keep the rotate and the wave. Okay, and I'm gonna leave them for loop. So now we go back to the stamp. Up here it tells you block 1, block 2 cubes. That's what they're named. If you go over to materials and you go over to the block 1, here you can choose a different color. So let's just say that one's red. And then the roughness, you can play with this. If you put it all the way up, you see it's kind of solid. We'll do that. And then for the second one, we're going to do a different color. Do that. And then we're going to go opposite. Make it really shiny. Whoops, was not done. Sorry, I hit OK. Go back into resources. All right, let's go to block 3. Oh, and I have duplicate because I had imported it twice when I cut away, but it's fine. Let's do a yellow. Okay. We're gonna make this one metallic. That works. And then this one we'll just do, I don't know, pink. And we'll do it half and half. And this doesn't matter, but if you had something, you can scroll the animation here. That's fine. All right, so now that that's done, we can go over to back to the models, and you can see that they're already changed. So we hit OK. Now we go into the objects. Let's see what they look like. There we go. Okay. I have to click that and then load it back in. All right, so we are looking for these blocks. Let's go ahead and just place them here. There you go. And I'm going to put one here. Now let's test them out. Click that. Custom event. Okay. Let's go ahead and just change the view of this. We're going to switch it to rotate. Okay. All right, we're going to paste it over here. And then we're going to switch this to, oops, sorry guys, switch this to wave. Just going to apply that. Oh, there we go. Apply. Okay. All right, and that's it. Let's try it out. All right, guys, that's it. Hope you learned something, and I'll catch you guys on the next tutorial.